One, two, three, four, five, and we're
It's
live,
live.
guys. Welcome everyone to another episode of Flipping Fantastic Podcast with our
Wait,
guest.
what? Who
Guys,
are we
welcome.
now?
Uh, Someone put the volume down, please, because we got Amy. Is that on your or on,
No, I don't have it up at all.
Wait, maybe.
because I'm not? It's not. Guys, we got pixelated Netflix again,
Oh,
guys. Netflix is responsible for all the issues.
that's all you guys.
Totally.
I don't pay attention.
It's interesting. How
Yeah, I
come
don't
it's
have
not-
it. I don't have it up anywhere.
Lisa, is that on your end?
I ain't got nothing normal, anything different than every other day.
Let's see. If it's
Seriously, it's all the same. 20
Guys,
billion
guys,
eBay
can you
windows.
hear anyone else except us? Do we have like ghosts in our life right now? Hopefully, maybe it was me. So, guys, I apologize for the technical difficulties, but it's not gonna be as bad as Mike Tyson fight yesterday with Netflix. Hopefully, this live today, guys, is sponsored entirely by Netflix. So we actually appreciate Netflix to sponsor this live today, and they told us that it's not going to be pixelated, but they told us that the internet will go down at least 100 times during this live. So that's
forget-
actually
I should have brought my body spray so I could spray it on everybody.
yeah, guys. We have to use the spray today.
My
We got,
W.
some Netflix merchandise. If you would like to go to our store and just buy merch for from Netflix, guys, that's associated with
Yes.
yesterday's great fight. I hope everyone
was.
enjoyed it. But anyway, guys, we got Amy from great YouTube channel Beach by Repeat in the house, and also from Flipping Fantastic Podcast, guys. It's been 3 weeks. We got two great. We had Mo here 2 weeks ago, and today we got Amy, guys. And now we got great podcast people coming on this live, which is very great for this live, guys, for our growth. That we got great channels coming in as our guests finally. I mean, hopefully we're gonna
Yes.
get to Mike Tyson eventually, guys. We're gonna ask him some questions about that loss that he had last night, and we'll find out how much money he got in reality, guys. How much money were paid out.
How about we find out about
Exactly.
Amy? I don't know. Call me quirky. I don't know.
But let me
I'd
say
rather
hello
find out
to-
about Tyson.
Before we start, let's say
Hey,
hello to the chat. Great chat here again, guys. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully you guys have a great weekend already, having great sales. eBay is not glitching like Netflix. So we got Mo Official 87, Mo 87 Official, member of the Flipping Fantastic Podcast in the house. Mo, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. We had a great live with Mo 2 weeks ago. It was one of our favorite ones. According to a lot of viewers, guys, that was number one. We got
Number
Harry Hampton. Yeah, we got Harry in the house. Harry Hampton was a referee yesterday at Mike Tyson fight. Harry, thanks for refereeing that great match, man. That was kind of an interesting outcome. I was surprised. Harry, welcome. We got
Yes.
Vintage Sports Flip Skis in the house. What's up, everyone? We got Todd. Lend me your beers. Todd, actually, guys, will be drinking tonight during this live. So, Todd, enjoy your drinks. It's actually good that you came over with some drinking, with some vodka. And we got hello, Lisa, Roman, and Amy. Here's Mo. We got Richard. Richard, welcome. Hello, everyone. Richard in the house. We got Phil Five Dime. Phil in the house. Hope everyone is doing great. What's wrong? I was not suggest good. Richard, you were like one of our like the most popular guests in history. We're going from history books actually. Richard was like one of the most popular choices also. So we have like certain trend that's going on so that all of our guests are very popular except me and Lisa. So that's kind of normal type of situation, guys. We're not proud. We're not proud people, guys. We invite people and we're gracious and we're thankful that people actually agree to participate in this particular live without any professional equipment. Like my camera was like from a dollar store, guys. See, That's how bad it is. It's like Netflix yesterday, even worse, guys, with their internet and their servers. So, but anyway,
Oh
Amy,
goodness.
thanks for being our guest, guys. If any of us will have like disconnection from the internet, blame it on Netflix. You can call Netflix and blame them. It's not us, guys. So, but everyone who will be watching today and everyone who is lurking, we always appreciate you guys. And Amy, guys, is very busy actually on YouTube. If you guys are familiar with Amy, you have to watch Beach Buy and Repeat YouTube channel. Let me put it in the chat, guys, so you guys can subscribe to Amy and Matt's channel when they go garage selling. It's very cool channel, guys. So please, we need more subscribers, guys. We're actually need to get Amy and Matt to 100,000 subs tonight. So here's the
Oh
channel.
yeah.
Here you go,
We
guys.
just need
Subscribe.
We're going viral.
like
Hold on to your seat.
97 more, 97,000 more.
Just 97 more subscribers, guys, and 100,000 subs. That's
That's
it.
fantastic.
And Flipping Fantastic Podcast, guys, please watch the latest episode. It was very, very interesting. And you guys have to watch it. I left a comment there, so you can read that comment. It wasn't long, so you can actually read it in a second. So here you go, guys. And we will put Amy's Instagram. If you guys want to reach out to Amy with any questions regarding reselling, feel free. And hopefully Amy knows a lot of stuff, guys. Her and her husband Matt, they find really cool stuff at garage sales in Virginia. Great state of Virginia, where there are not so many resellers living there. And it's kind of always, there are not so many famous resellers from Virginia, guys, unfortunately, like here in Ohio. So Amy is the only one, in my opinion, that is famous
Oh,
from Virginia. There is no one else that we know of. So unfortunately, guys, state of Virginia has been lacking kind of with reselling and content creation. So, but nothing you can do about it. Virginia is Virginia, guys. Actually, need to.
I think
Amy, do you know why Virginia was called Virginia? I never knew about it. I don't read into
what?
why was it called that way? It's kind of interesting. Did you ever know
I
about
have
that?
no idea.
Guys, if you know why
No.
Virginia was called Virginia, put it in the comments, guys, because we don't have any people who actually are familiar with the state.
For the queen.
Oh,
For
that's
the
right.
queen?
That's actually
Oh,
most
that
likely,
makes
I think so.
sense.
That's interesting.
I didn't learn
But
that.
Amy,
I didn't learn that
Amy-
in school.
so guys, I had an F in history, so hopefully, all the history teachers out there will forgive me for my F grade in history. I failed completely in history, guys. I don't know anything. So if you guys are familiar with state of Virginia, where it's located, put it in the comments. Anyway,
It's the
Amy,
land
please.
of Commonwealth Picker.
Yeah, guys, actually,
Oh.
we actually kind of figured out later on that I did some research about state of Virginia and recently found out that Commonwealth actually is a separate state in Virginia. So there is Virginia as a state, and then there is Commonwealth state. So if you guys go through Virginia, sometimes you'll see a billboard that will say "Welcome to Virginia." You'll drive in, then drive, and then eventually you will see a billboard that will say Commonwealth state, and it will have a billboard next to it, which will have Commonwealth speaker. Then after a couple of miles, Commonwealth flipper. Then a couple of miles more, Garage Sale Nation. Couple miles more, you're gonna have shopcommons.net, and couple miles more DeepDit. So you got like separate
Yes.
division, like a province, like in Canada, where like it's Commonwealth land. So it's like a separate state, but
Yes.
unfortunately, it's not Virginia, guys. So you have to kind of learn your history right there. That Virginia is Virginia, but Commonwealth is not. So there you go. Anyway, Amy, please introduce. Thank
Oh
you,
my
Mo.
gosh.
Appreciate it. I look kind of crisp today with glasses on. I think I put the glasses on because I don't see anything. So at least I'll see something today. Gino in the house. Gino, welcome. Here's Jason Byers official. He's in Virginia. See, Jason, we don't have any influence from state of Virginia. So we finally found the most popular content creator in Virginia, Amy from Beach Buy and Repeat. And now Jason Byers official, also from Virginia. So thank you guys
That's
for
cool.
supporting your state. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Gina, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. See, Roman is full of bull again. Dad, come on, man. Let me enjoy some of the, history of like American history. Some states that I'm familiar with. That's important. So, Amy, introduce yourself to our beautiful audience. Tell them about yourself a little bit. What type of channels you have? What do you do for a living? And whatever you source. That's very important for our reselling people.
Oh, what I source. Well, I guess my name's Amy. I have a YouTube channel. It's Beach by Repeat, and it's the same on Instagram and on TikTok as well, which I just started up again because I got kicked off. But yeah, let's see.
How naughty were you?
And the Flippin' Fantastic podcast too, with Mo. I joined. I don't know, maybe a couple of months, 4 or 5 months ago. Maybe more. I don't know. Maybe about 5 months ago. And we just do, on my channel, my Beach by Repeat channel, we go sourcing and stuff. That's mostly what it is. We just go to a bunch of yard sales and estate sales and thrift stores and, the auction. We go to the Goodwill auction in our area too. And we just source everything. Like, anything that's profitable. But we do find a lot of military surplus stuff around here just because it's a military town. And yeah, that's about it. That's what I do full time. So I've been doing it for, I think I'm going on 4 years or so. I don't know. The pandemic kind of like messed up the timing. So I feel like it's been about 4 years. So yeah, that's it. That's it in a nutshell.
So, guys, here you go. Another reseller on this live that we actually know about. So, if you guys have any questions about reselling, guys, please feel free to put it in the chat. We're gonna try to catch up today, hopefully, because hopefully something I will be able to see. The internet will still be kind of going on. It's gonna be online. But Amy, where exactly in Virginia is your town? Is it closer to the ocean, or it's farther? Like, is it closer to Virginia Beach?
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Yeah. It's right. Yeah. It's at Virginia Beach. It's where North Carolina and Virginia border. Right there on the coast.
It's actually a very cool city. Do you guys have like a lot of attractions in Virginia Beach? Because I was there one time, long time ago, driving there actually. And I actually visited one of the beaches around the actual area, which is actually very good spots. There are a bunch of very good spots over there. Do you guys go like and enjoy the ocean a lot? Do you guys drive up to the ocean and swim there?
Oh, well, not as much as we used to, but we go like kayaking and stuff in the lakes, or I guess it would be a lake, and then there's like a little inlet that we can go to too as well that goes out to the ocean, but we don't go out to the ocean in our kayaks. But yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun. But when you live somewhere, you don't feel like there's that many attractions,
Yeah,
that is true. That is actually true. People who live in Florida, even though some people are saying we want to move to Florida, there is like beach around the state all over the place. But when you live in Florida, people who live there, they don't go much to the beach.
Yeah,
so that's actually
same.
That's actually true, guys. I mean, people work, people have other things to do. It's like for tourists. And Virginia Beach actually has a lot of tourists going there, coming there.
Tons.
I know that. Yeah, there is a lot.
It's definitely busy in the summertime, like the ocean, the boardwalk, the like the main strip of the city. It gets packed, and they're just renovating. They're just building it. Like Pharrell Williams is building like a huge, like a surf park almost, I think, and it's huge. It's blocks of the beach, so that's pretty new. They're still working on that.
How's the weather down there right now? Is it already getting colder, or is it still kind of mild?
Today was in the 60. Well, it was like 60 but this is the first like coldish day that we've had. It's been in the 70s up until recently, but this is it. This is it. It's going to start getting super cold. So, or not super cold. It's all relative. I'm sure it's cold there, right? How's the weather there? Is it snowing yet?
No, it was already kind of drizzling, but not snowing. It's been 40 to like 49 degrees. Yesterday was like 52 degrees. So it's kind of always like that at this time of the year, which is surprising. We didn't have snow yet, which is very surprising.
Wow.
But they said next week, possibly we're going to have some snow. So it's kind of a November.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like for Cleveland, it's always only 2 seasons. We got summer weather almost until end of October, and then there is a slight difference in temperatures that happen, which actually takes us directly into winter. So it's like there is no actual fall. I mean, the leaves turn and it's beautiful around, but the weather is kind of very tricky. I mean, it will be like 40s, and next day can be like 70 degrees, and then it will be 30 degrees. So it's like jumps up and down at this time of the year a lot, and then it goes into winter somewhere in January.
Right.
So it's kind of
wow.
And so for us, garage sales season is already over. Some people still. I actually was surprised. I checked today. There was someone doing like moving sales, people moving out to Florida. I guess I don't know.
There's plenty of estate sales right now. I mean, it's loaded.
Yeah, we went to garage sales and estate sales this morning. Like we were out until like 2:00. It was we went to 3 estate sales. And
what'd you find? What'd you find?
Yeah,
Come on,
it was
share
pretty good.
the good, the bad, the ugly.
Oh my gosh, this one house that we went to, I don't even know how to explain it. It was, I don't even know if anybody had lived there in a long time, but it was there was a lot of like mold on the wall, like mildew on the walls. The house was like so old that it didn't have air conditioning, so the just the moisture inside would like build up and stuff. And they had tons of stuff, like tons and tons of stuff. So I got a bunch of brass pieces, and what else did I get there? Some like bookends. I got a couple of bookends, and the weights that go to like a cuckoo clock. You know those pine cone weights. I got some of those too, and yeah, and some other stuff. It's been such a long day, I can't even remember what all I got.
See, Amy, that's what we're very. This life is very famous for actually reselling topics. We're actually very proud, guys. That's why we got sponsored by Netflix. That people around the country will not see this live, guys. It's gonna be pixelated because of the reselling topic, like yesterday's Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. So nobody wanna see that. But Archie 50 baht in the house, guys, saying he wants to have some kind of mating with whales. Archie, welcome, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Guys, Archie today is actually made a lot of money. He was actually driving Mike Tyson around Las Vegas finally. After Mike Tyson has lost his fight, Archie was ready to pick him up at the airport. He picked him up, and Mike Tyson said, Archie, if you just drive me around, I'll give you all the money I won yesterday at the fight. So today is Archie's day, guys. Archie finally is a millionaire because Mike Tyson yesterday made at least $20 million. So Archie, congratulations. We are very, very proud of you in the community that you can actually meet very famous celebrities like Mike Tyson after their fight. And Mike, being a young guy as he is, at only 58, I mean, yesterday he proved everyone wrong. He actually had a great fight. He was moving around a lot, didn't collapse, didn't have a heart attack. So it's actually I'm very proud here, guys, that Jake Paul, unfortunately, didn't knock him out. And he was kind of, Mike Tyson was very lucky yesterday. So, Archie, I would be careful today, man, because if you drive Mike Tyson around after his loss yesterday, don't say anything bad to him. Because you know how he is, man. He can bite your ear off. Anyway, we got
Oh my gosh.
Jeff, the Apex
What,
Flipper
too
on the house.
soon there, Amy?
Sorry, Amy. We have to, Amy. We're sorry that it's gonna be like some of that life is about mostly reselling stuff because everyone is here
That's
are
why.
great resellers. We already know that everyone is great reseller. We already know people hustle all the time. We already know that people create great content. So today, guys, we're gonna talk a lot about what we all found, and you guys can actually join us in the chat and put down your favorite finds of the week. So we will we'll announce them. So for everyone to be proud of. But Jeff in the house, Jeff the Apex Flipper. Jeff, welcome. We got Alex Birkin Picker in the house. Glad to be here. Alex, thanks for stopping by. Duncan from Australia in the house. So we got very great crowd of international content creators, resellers finally in this live. And Todd is saying, I live in Central Texas. We watch armadillos for fun. So there you go. That was very important. And Richard is drinking vodka again. Richard, actually, for this live, you gotta take not just a shot of vodka. You have to drink the whole glass.
Oh, he will.
Straight up, no
Oh
ice.
my gosh.
Richard, no ice, no ice. Straight up, just take a full glass and just chug it. And if you're gonna be okay after that, you can go fight Mike Tyson. We got Lisa Dura in the house. Lisa, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. Sorry, guys, if I said hello to Gino. Gino actually watched your recent videos. Guys, Gino got some amazing thrift stores where he lives in Florida, those Goodwills. I need to move where Gino lives, guys. I know it's a retirement community, but I feel like I
Well,
need
you're
to
almost
retire.
there.
Yeah, I need to retire. Gino, if you're still here, find out if they take any 46-year-olds into your community so I can retire there finally. So, Amy, what did you do before you started? What did you do before you started that great reselling adventure in your life? What was your occupation?
Adventure.
You don't mind us asking.
I was no, I don't. I was in the medical field. I worked in radiology in a hospital. I did CAT scans and stuff like that. So that's what I did. It's not very exciting, but that's what I did. That's what I went to school
So you
for.
gave that up to become a full-time
I did that for a
reseller?
while, and then yeah, there was like a gap in between. But you know how you just are at work one day and you're just like, I just don't feel like I see myself doing this for the rest of my life. You ever have those moments? That's what I had. And I was just like, I know that this is not what I'm going to do until I retire. So I had my exit out. So yeah, this is so much better. I don't have to deal with patients and, attitudes and employers.
I don't know. Attitudes? Do you not have customers?
Yeah, but they're only on chat, like they're not face to face and, dangling your paycheck over you and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
That is true, actually, Amy. That's actually a lot of, this is actually one of the, in my opinion, this is a career because reselling can be qualified as a career, guys. Resellers exist in different varieties. It's not just that what we do, reselling the stuff that we find, but resellers are real estate resellers, car salesmen, any type of reselling that happens in the world can be qualified as a reselling career. So that's a very large occupational field in terms of how it is. So it is fun, and we find fun and like searching for treasures, like I am. Hopefully, everyone else in the chat also. But there are people who love to sell houses. There are people who love to sell cars, and are really good at it. And even here, some of my friends who are real estate agents and sell houses. So I mean, it's kind of fun. I mean, it's different. Some of it you have to have a license. We are as resellers. We don't have to have specific licenses to resell the stuff that we do, unless it's something specific, like medical equipment. That's what we kind of. and some other stuff. But that's kind of interesting, Amy, that you were doing what you were doing. And I always applaud people who are in medical fields because of what they do and how much stuff they have to, go through just for school, just to go to school to get the degree. Because radiologists also go to school for a long time. And it's not just CAT scans, X-rays, ultrasounds, all that stuff. So a lot of respect, Amy, as I said before, to people in medical professions, because it's a very difficult job. It's not an easy job, guys. So
it can be high stress for sure.
a lot of high stress. And Richard
For
is saying,
sure.
I would fight Tyson if I can get the same break. Richard, if you would have went there yesterday and just went onto the ring, man, and just told them, if I fight Mike Tyson, I want to get $10 million, and they would agree to that, because yesterday fight was not a fight. It was just a money-making type of scenario for Netflix. And actually, Netflix failed, unfortunately, even with the viewers, because it was so bad that nobody could see anything. But guys, believe me, there was nothing to see anyway, which I kind of expected. So it's kind of to spare Netflix. Everyone made some money yesterday, even Netflix. So
no, Roman, the fight was the Serrano Taylor fight. That was. Did you watch that one? That was amazing.
Was even though I don't like women fighting each other, it's like I kind of watch it, but then I look at it from certain, and I can tell you guys, women boxers can beat up a guy easily. And it's not, if Jake Paul yesterday would have fought one of the girls that were boxing, Serrano, or I forgot the other girl's name.
Katie Taylor.
Yeah. If he would have fought any of them, he would have gotten his ass knocked out. So I'm pretty sure about it. But see, that didn't happen, guys. See, Jake Paul decided to fight a 58-year-old guy who was already retired, living next to Gino in Florida. Gino, sorry, but Gino, hopefully you're gonna run into Mike Tyson soon at Goodwill, because he's almost at the retirement community there. But, I mean, we cannot make fun of that, guys. We're all gonna be old. At 46 years
old, I'm already going to be old. Yeah, take a look at your ID there, Roman.
Yeah, I'm already.
Your ID has wrinkles and gray hair.
Guys, my ID already is so old. It's like already wants to go to retirement center. But Gino is right. Gino said you'll have to fight Mike Tyson if you want to move. Gino, if I can make some money like Richard, guys, we will decide. Me and Richard will just find out how can we fight Mike Tyson together, so we all can make $10 million each. We got Josh Galt in the house. Josh, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Great guest was Amy. Have a great evening. Thanks for stopping by, Josh. Guys, before I forget, actually, I want to say something. Hopefully, Jenna's mom is doing better from Flipping Ain't Easy. I know I wasn't in the. I actually rewatched their life again because I was sleeping as usual, because I sleep right now constantly like Mike Tyson. So Jenna, hopefully your mom is doing better. And I want to give shout out to Shane, Soda City Flips, who put out a video, guys, yesterday, if you watched it, that he lost his job. And I know Shane went to Florida, and it's a good thing right now, Shane, if you're going to rewatch on later, that you will enjoy your trip with your wife. And, whatever happens to us, it's for the best. Always I say it. Whatever happens in your life, some changes that happen like that, it's for the best. Maybe, God is telling you there is your chance. If possible, everyone's circumstances are different. If possible, you can try to make being a full-time reseller, maybe full-time content creator, because Shane has been doing good job on his content. So there you go. Yeah. We got Christopher Nutter in the house. I found the Radio Shack Monster truck. Get around 200 for it. And new in the box Ben silver ties that sells. Chris, I know from Christopher Nutter's posts on Facebook and Instagram, he's killing it over there in Vermont. And I guess, yeah, he's like finding some crazy stuff. Guys, we need to all move to Vermont because Christopher Nutter has no competition. So that's why there are no resellers there. That's why he finds all that stuff, guys. See how obnoxious
That's
for me
cool.
to say that. No, I'm kidding, Chris. We got Mike in the house, Farsak Jack. Hope you're fucking awesome. There you go. Mike, thanks for stopping by, man. Tyson Paul fight was rigged. Man, that was normal for it to be rigged, Mike. I mean, it was normal marketing move for Netflix to actually do it and for them to fight. That's how one of the people on YouTube said today. Everything right now is done for marketing purposes to make money, which is the right move. You're making money from it. So that's capitalism right there. So there you go. You have to make money in this country, guys. This is the best country in the world to make money. So all the content creators out there, if there is a possibility that you can make money on your content, don't be shy. Do the content. I mean, everyone is different how they do it. But if you can make money in this great country, do it, because everywhere else, guys, it's much more complicated. So be proud to live in the United States. So there you go. I'm not running for president, guys.
No.
We got, see, Richard is saying,
Your campaign speech.
I would sell Mike's wife if I could make money, but Richard, come on, man. You cannot sell people here, man. It's not allowed yet. No, I'm kidding. Sorry,
No.
guys. We got Meg in the house. Lilac Seller. Hey all, happy Saturday. Meg, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. And we got Craig in the house. Landshark Picker doing. Dang, you all are so unprofessional. That's actually absolutely true. Craig, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. But Amy, sorry, we got so much attention to Mike Tyson today that we forgot our great guest.
I know.
So, Amy, we apologize.
It's all
I'm
good.
very unprofessional right now once again. And Lisa at least is very professional. Say hello to everyone in the chat. So Lisa, thanks for helping us, guys. Lisa
Glad to be
is
here.
like one of the best, helpers in history of content creators. So there you go, guys. Except me.
No, that's so sweet.
I'm in the last place. I don't do anything. And, that's normal for me, guys. I apologize. I'm old. I should retire, go where Gino lives. And hopefully I'll make it there because his thrift store prices are great at that place. So, Amy, how you started out doing the reselling? Did you start out by yourself or with Matt together?
No, just me, because Matt works full time, so he's busy with his, his job. It's just me. Matt's just the pretty face for the videos. That's what, and he likes to find, he likes to pick. But typically, he is picking for himself, looking for stuff for himself, and then moving around and looking for stuff for me. So that's the truth.
But that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
if you guys get great deals over there, why not? I mean, and you guys, we're gonna talk about your those are auctions. If you would like to talk about that particular stuff also later on, we're gonna talk about those auction lives that you guys are doing or will be doing again.
Yeah. Mhm.
And that's very
Yeah.
that's very cool. We don't have it yet here in Cleveland so far.
That's what everybody says. Do you have auctions at all? Like, do you have like the e-commerce side there, like where you can go pick that up? Do you know?
We have auction houses that are a little bit different because every state, every city, everyone's policies are different on how they do stuff. And where you are located there in Virginia, it's kind of a good type of auction house. It's not an auction house, right? It's like Goodwill type of like outlet, right? Or is it like an auction?
Yeah. Well, there is the outlet on one side of the building, and then the back side of the building is where they have the auctions. So it's not at the bins. It's completely separate from the bins. You know what I mean?
Right. And you just go there and just bid on those crates, right? On those big pellets.
Mm-hmm. And they have like a wall. They have a wall of stuff too, like individual items that they think have a higher value. So there's like probably like 200 items on the wall is what we call it, where it's like individual things. And then they have those, I don't know, I'd say maybe 30 to 50 of those Gaylord pallets that they'll auction off to. And some will be filled with media, some is medical equipment, some is just like, miscellaneous stuff. Some are filled with just clothes, some are shoes. Like it's different every single time we go, every single time. So, and you can get some good deals. I've picked up some good stuff, like only $5, paying $5 for like that whole huge Gaylord. So,
Well, where do you put all that stuff? I mean, how much space are you sitting on that you can do that with the inventory? Because that's a massive jump for a lot of people. I mean, when did you do that? When did you go, sure, I'm taking those 200, whatever?
No, it's not like that at all. It is, if you buy the Gaylord, the huge, 3 by 3 foot Gaylord or bigger, I don't know. You don't have to take it. You can pick through it and take the stuff that you want. And then they do whatever they want to do with it. Like, I don't know what they're redoing with it, but you don't have to take it all. You can just pick through it. So we will get a trash bin. They have like trash bins that you can, like, on wheels that you can bring over to your pallet or your Gaylord. And then you can just put all the stuff in there and then just take the stuff that you want. So that's how we do it. We look up the things that we want to keep and then we just put it back in the tote for them to dispose of or, redistribute, however they do it. So there's no commitment, there's zero commitment. I mean, there's times that we bought a pallet and we only took a couple things out. So it's nice.
Okay.
So we don't have to deal with like storage,
I always thought
I definitely could. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be able to do it if we had to take the whole thing with us. I don't have the space for that. No way.
So, Amy, like I know about this actually, guys. If you watched more than Amy's Flipping Fantastic podcast, I actually already know about this whole type of auction that Amy and Matt are going to, which is actually very cool sourcing. And if they can buy, the whole crate of different things for certain amount of money, and they don't have to take everything, it actually makes it even better deal. Because I mean that's kind of rare.
100%.
Yeah, it's kind of I didn't see it here. Maybe we have something like this, but maybe all of you guys have something like this around your areas. Richard, appreciate you very much, man, as always. You're a great guy, Richard. We're gonna have to, me and Richard someday will drink something, guys. I don't know if I can drink as much as I can anymore, or as much as Mike Tyson. But Richard, thanks once again. You're a great person, supporting everyone as always in the community, helping content creators. Richard actually, guys, has been doing so much stuff throughout the years already for everyone in the community, not just with lives and supportive with comments and doing his own videos. He's done tremendous job. There is like a lot of uh, people in the communities that actually shown so much support that it's great, So Richard, thanks very much. We got Mike in the house. What's up, guys? Mike, thanks for stopping by. Mega saying that it's not overly cold, but the snow is inevitably on its way. Cuddling with the pets is on the agenda. See, there you go. Meg, hopefully staying warm with your great coffee from the area where Meg sent me the coffee to try, which is a great coffee. Door County coffee is one of the best, in my opinion, so far for me, even though I don't drink coffee much. We got John and Jen in the house, sleeping in easy. Hey, guys, hope everyone is well. We got Shagan in the house. Hey, you all. Shagan, thanks for stopping by. John and Jenna, thanks for stopping by, guys. So, Amy, how's you try to differentiate, like, for your do you try to go during summertime? Do you enjoy doing garage sales? I think more, right, compared to other sourcing places like estate sales or auctions or that auction.
Yeah, I like going to yard sales because at least here where I live, they're only, I mean, 90% of the time they're only on Saturday. Like I know that there's other states that they do them like throughout the week and stuff like that, but Saturday is pretty much the only day that there's yard sales. So, you know, you don't get to go to too many, because summer's only how long? How long is summer? 6 months, maybe? So it's, 6 times 4, what is that? 24? Only 24 days that you get to yard sale. So that's how I look at it. That's my favorite though. You get the best deals, I feel like, in my opinion, at yard sales.
Yeah, we kind of, there was a couple of people, resellers, who always find specific sourcing places where they like to source. What I think eventually, if possible for everyone, of course, as we already talked about it in the past, is that if you find someone who can, be your constant supplier of inventory, it can be either, a company or someone buying storage units, that you can find someone through connections. I think in that particular situation, most likely it will be one of the best sourcing opportunities possibly for resellers doing the reselling that we're doing. Because, Amy, is that everyone goes to garage sales and estate sales and church sales and beans and stuff like that. But we hustle all the time and trying to find the best things that we can. And there are thousands upon thousands of resellers out there, million, that do it every day. Because every time people are saying that there are less resellers, there is more right now. And I can tell you guys, because I run into it here in Cleveland. People throughout the years, people do it as their side gig. People who do full-time jobs, they do it as a side gig, and they are resellers too, even though they're like, someone is saying they're partial resellers because they're only doing it part-time, but in reality they're doing it. So of course there will be stuff for everyone, but in northern states, Amy, is like here in Cleveland, or like other states in the north, especially when garage sale season is over, it's kind of more tougher to find stuff, which we already talked about a lot. And Virginia is also kind of, because your garage sale season is also over, right?
Yeah, I feel like today was probably the last of the sales, because I feel like it's getting colder, and then Thanksgiving, and then typically after Thanksgiving, there's none until like April. So then we'll just have to like switch our gears and go to estate sales and, thrift and go to the auctions. Well, we go to the auctions twice a week. Typically we go twice a week because they only have them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we'll just like pick that up and start doing that, which is, you just never know what you're going to find, typically, just like the bins, you just never know what's going to be there. So.
Exactly. Bins, for me,
it's cleaner right than now. The bins.
Bins is,
yeah.
Guys, we got Lobster in the house. Rob in the house, guys. We haven't seen Rob. Rob, how you been, man? Rob has been around for a while, guys. Lobster in the house, guys. One of the famous content creators, legendary original gangster of YouTube reselling community. Finally appeared. Rob, how you been, man? Hopefully you're doing
How
great.
do we know it's actually him? I mean, my God, he went missing a while ago.
Looks like it's Rob. I hope it's Rob. Rob, let us know if it's you or not you, man. Maybe it's artificial. Maybe it's Mike Tyson. Maybe it's Jake Paul. Guys, if we're going to have Jake Paul appear here tonight, guys, that's it, guys. I'm going to drink some. Actually, I should not say it because, someone will create fake profile and appear as Jake Paul. So Jake Paul has 25 million subscribers, guys. Much more than everyone. I think Jake Paul has more subscribers, guys, by himself than entire reselling community. So, but,
I believe it.
So, Todd is asking, Amy, are you an everything seller or are you niche down seller?
Everything. Everything. Like, you can't pass up stuff, I don't understand. Well, how people just like only source clothes, but when they see other things that they know are valuable, I I couldn't leave it behind, you know. I would have to scoop it up and sell it. Money's money,
But
right?
yeah, money is everywhere is money, guys. What we find is we're trying to move. You know, guys, I watched everyone is kind of making fun sometimes of Rockstar Flipper with his news channel. But Rockstar Flipper, guys, actually had a good discussion yesterday on his video about moving stuff. If you guys haven't watched it, if you watch Rockstar, guys, watch him, because I mean that actually was kind of one of the news that was kind of an interesting subject. But he was right about that. If you got a lot of stuff, just try to move it to make money so you can turn it around and invest it in more inventory. So that's actually the right way of doing reselling. Do not sit on stuff because you're gonna become a hoarder or a collector of your own inventory. So guys, don't become collectors of your own inventory. Try to move stuff as much as you can, because I have this problem also
Right.
actually. So I admit that
Well,
I'm
when you
guilty.
want to get nuts for the winter, because we're saying that you're not going to have sourcing as often or it's unpredictable. So yes, the hoarding thing can be a very northernly problem. I mean, it can be anywhere, but because of the weather dependency of us getting products, a lot of northern people can get a bunch. I just hear that. I don't know personally or anything.
So that's kind of cool. Yeah, see, Amy, that's what we do here in Cleveland. We try to get as much stuff as possible and then just hide it so nobody can buy it. So it's
You're a
like,
little-
we're just doing it for collection. We just buy inventory and keep it without selling it. Don't do that, guys. But lobster is saying it is lobster. Lobster, so it is you. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hopefully you're doing great. Make some videos, man. I haven't seen you in about 10,000 years. Guys, we haven't seen lobster in a while already. See, and John is saying $20 is $20. So there you go. John is correct. If it's $40, it's $40. Um, so when you go to those auctions, Amy, do you usually like try to? Do you guys bid on stuff? Is it like a live auction, or is it you just give like certain price that you would like to pay for the like crate?
No, it's a live auction. There's an auctioneer, and he starts at number 1 and he goes all the way through to like 400, 450 sometimes. That's how many items will be available. So yeah, you have to like sit and wait for them to go through until they get to your number. And there's like an hour preview, so you can preview it all, then write down the numbers of the items that you want, and then just wait for the auctioneer. And yeah, there's one auctioneer is faster than the other one, like a lot faster. So you have to really pay attention, or you'll miss the items. So it's fun. It's really fun.
And yeah, I can tell you guys that if you're watching Beach Buy and Repeat YouTube channel and you're gonna catch one of the, do you still guys doing those lives from there, or you? I thought you kind of stopped a little bit, right, doing it.
Yeah, I did. I stopped because it was affecting my long form content. Like, if I was doing the lives and then I had a long form content come out, I wasn't getting any views. Well, not any views, but the view count dropped on my long form content. So, and I was also like, I would lose subscribers when I would do the lives, because maybe people subscribed because of like my short form content, because I like to do short form content too. Like, that's my favorite to do. So I would lose subscribers, so I stopped doing it, and then I started doing TikTok. And then my plan is to start doing those lives on TikTok, because I have enough subscribers on TikTok now that I can do lives. So we'll see how they work over there, because then I feel like I can just do the live and not have to interact. I don't know if you do TikTok at all.
I didn't do it a lot. I did some TikTok. Actually, guys, TikTok, in my opinion, possibly is the future of content creation, even though it's different for different type of viewers. But I mean, Amy is absolutely right about YouTube itself. I mean, that's why it is much more complicated. I think we already talked about it many times, and you guys know it also, whoever makes content, is that when you do like certain videos and then you do shorts, like I do, I like shorts also on YouTube, and then you do lives, and all that is mixed up into same channel. It is difficult to gain subscribers. It's actually been discussed many times. I don't know why it is that way. Maybe that's certain YouTube algorithms that works in that fashion, because there is audience for long form content, there is audience for short term shorts or whatever they are, shorts, and there is audience for live. So when you mix it all up, people who try to view your channel, they don't even know. With me it's normal, guys, because I don't even know what I'm doing. So for me it's kind of a no, which is not good if you're trying to run proper channel. But for you to run a proper channel, guys, do what consistent content creators are doing. If you're trying to build up your audience and gain subscribers, it is kind of boring in a way to do it this way. But if you would like to gain audience and I mean subscribers, most likely that only right now. Maybe YouTube will change, who knows? But that's the only way, in my opinion, to kind of get to that point if you do it. But not a lot of content creators want to stay consistent in that regard, with timing of the videos, with dates when the videos coming out. Because like if you do it consistently on certain time, most likely that's how YouTube likes it, and it's hard to beat YouTube. So that's why, guys, good advice will be, if you're trying to build a channel and gain subscribers, is to set up your videos to come out on certain dates, proper thumbnails. So I mean, you guys know it better than me. I don't have to tell you that, but that's how it is. By the way, Gino, thanks for stopping by. I know Gino left, but always grateful to have Gino in here. Gino is great content creator with great abilities. With great abilities to make very good, cool videos. I enjoy that. We got Kristen Ruler Squirrel in the house. Kristen, welcome. Actually, guys, Kristen was a guest on Flipping Fantastic podcast, which I also watched, but I forgot to leave a comment. So, Kristen, if you're still here,
you forgot to leave a comment. No, you couldn't. Good.
You see, the problem with me is that I love to leave like large, like long comments, but like recently I realized, I mean, it's gonna be difficult to watch so many content creators' videos and constantly thinking about leaving long comments. That's why, guys, I apologize. Now I will leave short comments if you don't mind. And that's easier for me to express myself in that regard, because I watch Grams and Pops constantly, Corey and Teresa, and I don't leave comments because I want to leave like long comment on their video, and then it doesn't work out, and then I don't know what type of comment I want to put, and that's it. I don't leave any comments. So it's the same thing on a lot of videos, guys. For me, it's different in terms of how I want to leave a comment, and I cannot do it if it's not the way I want it. So sorry, I apologize for that. That's why. But today I left a comment on Flipping Fantastic podcast. There you go. I kind of improved
got stuff falling.
Ghosts. They're the ghosts. I knew it. I knew they'd show up.
Oh, there you go. By the way,
ghosts.
Lobster is leaving us a lot of comments in the chat. He's saying always reach out on his Instagram. So, guys, if you want to reach out to Rob, follow him on Instagram, guys. And live auctions is hard to not overbid on stuff, right?
Yeah, you get caught up.
Yeah, that's actually true. Do you guys, Amy, look at the pellets before like bidding? Do you see what's inside, or it's like whatever? You just don't look at it.
Oh no, you can. You have an hour to go through them. I mean, if you wanted to, you could take everything out and look at it, but nobody does because there's just so much stuff to look at. But yeah, you can dig through it and everything. But once the auction starts, you're not supposed to like touch anything, to make it fair for all the other people. But yeah, 100% you can look through them. That's how you know if you want to bid on it,
So that's kind of it's like a good, is it attached like to the Goodwill outlet or is it separate building?
It's the same building. It's just completely closed off though from the outlet side. Like it's literally, you have to go around to the back of the building to even get there. I don't think, there's a good amount of people that go. I would say maybe 40 to 50 people that go. That's just a guess. I don't know. It could be less, it could be more, but I don't feel like a lot of people know about them, which is good for me, Well,
Actually,
I don't think there's too many people from Virginia here.
Yeah, unfortunately,
say that
guys,
again.
Unfortunately, Amy, there are not so many resellers in the state of Virginia, so you guys got it going on over there. I mean, it's kind of wide open, not so much competition. That's why, guys, I decided eventually I'll just move to Virginia. So there was going to be more competition there because, as of right now, not a lot of competition, guys. Besides state of Virginia
Totally
is
not.
lacking, guys. There is not enough resellers.
No flippers, no pickers, none of them.
Yeah, we got nobody in Virginia, guys. There is no YouTube content creators in Virginia, unfortunately. The state is kind of, except Amy and Matt, I mean, they're the most famous Virginia content creators. Guys. So, unfortunately, guys, there are not so much competition with YouTube either. So it's a good state if you want to become a content creators in Virginia. It's gonna be a good start for you. That's gonna be interesting.
Oh man.
So Amy, Duncan wants to know one tip on eBay. One eBay tip.
Oh,
interesting.
One eBay tip. I think the one thing that I do the most is when I'm doing research on Terapeak. You know how it only gives you 90 days, but then you have to filter and you can go all the way back to 3 years. I think it's 3 years, right? Isn't that what you can toggle it back to? That would be my piece of advice when you're doing Terapeak. Make sure you do 3 years and not just the 90 days.
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah. It's a big difference, I found some stuff that I've been like, oh, I'm glad I looked back 3 years because it made a difference in my listing. So that'd be my piece of eBay advice.
WorthPoint. I mean, WorthPoint.
Oh, I don't even. How much is it? How much is it a month for WorthPoint?
If I don't even remember. I think it was like. I think it's like not even per month. I think there's like yearly fee or something. Maybe I'm wrong. You can look
I used to pay, I think $24.95 a month, and boy, you cannot cancel that.
Really?
I had to go to the bank, and they actually said that WorthPoint and Planet Fitness gym memberships are the worst to try to cancel. They just keep billing you even though you've tried to disconnect. Oh yeah, I think I had WorthPoint for like 8 or 10 months past when I had canceled.
Oh my gosh, that's wow.
So yes, Terapeak, great. Comes with our store.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I'm on their side right now, but I don't remember. It wasn't like a lot before, but I think WorthPoint is for.
For some reason I thought it was like expensive, like $80 for some reason. Maybe that was something else, but that seems like a lot, doesn't it? $80 for WorthPoint.
I think it's only worth it if you sell a lot of stuff that's either it's very rare and vintage stuff that you find like some kind of weird stuff. That's if you're into it a lot, if you sell that stuff a lot, that's actually good for you to have WorthPoint, or if you have someone like a friend in the reselling community that you can just call and find out, or reach out on Instagram. Hopefully everyone will help, and you can find out that way. So I mean, that's kind of interesting. It's an interesting concept. I mean, but Terapeak also has if you've noticed, Amy, like, and you guys in the chat, if you go back, say like certain amount of years, like it's 3 years, I know, But if you go over 1 year, sometimes you don't actually see the photo next to that title. So
True.
you only see
Yeah.
title, but you don't see actual photo of it. So that's the only
Uh-huh.
flaw, which I think eBay with their stuff going on, that's actually one of the things that they may fix in the future without
No, they're not going to fix
glitching it
that.
down. We're not gonna fix it, guys. So that's it.
They're
That's what you
not.
get. Richard is saying, I think I moved past the hoarder. I measure my desk pile by pile. It's not taking rooms. And then, Richard, just try to charge your desk pile some rent. Just tell them, guys, you have to pay rent if you want to live here. Maybe all the inventory will just pay up, Richard, so you don't have to sell anymore on eBay. But Richard actually is putting out content on YouTube constantly, also doing good job with thumbnails. Richard always is like very serious in his thumbnails when he puts his like face in the thumbnail. He's like, guys, you better watch that, or if you don't, I'll be coming in, and you don't want to mess around with me. So that's a good way to do it, Richard. I enjoy that. Duncan saying Roman always forgets to comment and reply to me. That's actually absolutely true, Duncan. I have bad memory. Come on, Duncan. I'm like Mike Tyson. I'm same age. I'm already 58.
Jeez.
Todd is asking
Oh
any
man.
story of your best sale ever. See, Todd wants to know your best sale ever.
Oh, it was just this summer. It was just probably like a couple of months ago too. It was earlier this summer at the beginning of yard sale season. I went to the community that I live in. We were having our yard sale, and I bought a Marmot tent for $5. It was vintage looking, like it was all retro colored, like bright red and purple and white. And it was like one of those long like a single person tent. And it had everything with it, but it was old. It was probably from the 90s. And I paid $5 for it. And actually, it took me forever to list it. Because I wanted to put it up in the yard and stuff like that so I could take good pictures. I listed it, and it sold overnight to somebody in Japan for $950.
Oh, that's nice.
That was my best sale. So that's amazing to me. $5 I paid.
Yeah.
And
that's the stuff we live
it was
for.
because of, yes, totally. And when I initially bought it, I did like the quick research on it on Therapy, and for the 90-day one, and it said that this tent sold for like $400 and something. So in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, I'm gonna list it for $4 something. But thank goodness I did the Therapy and went back a couple of years, and the highest one sold for $8 something. So I'm doing my listing, and I almost listed it for $1,000 because I thought, why not just try? But my gut was like, there's no way somebody's going to pay $1,000 for a tent. But I probably could have sold it for $1,000. I mean, they paid over $1,000 because it went to Japan. So, but that's amazing.
Yeah, actually, I can tell you one thing with Japanese buyers, guys. If you're head sales, and I can tell already right away sometimes when I have a sale to Japan through global shipping program, because by the name I can tell where it's going.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes I just look at the name and then just address, because you can look it up also. And if it goes to Japan, a lot of the times those buyers in Japan will pay up for various types of things that most likely you're not gonna get that kind of amount here selling it in the United States. So it's like, I think with a lot of international buyers, of course, but for me, Japan, I always had very good sales for good amounts to Japan. I don't know what it is, but I think certain things over there, I mean, that either they don't have or cannot buy there, like in many places around the world. But like certain things, people will pay like crazy amounts, also even more. It's for some things. Like Todd sells silver to Russia all the time, and he sells it for like thousands. So there you go, guys.
Wow,
Sorry, Todd.
that's amazing.
No, I'm kidding. Amy, we kind of joke around with Todd a lot because Todd is like OG in a community. He's been around for like since YouTube was created. So Todd was just celebrating. That was just recently celebrating his 500th birthday on YouTube.
Yeah, we got to cut him open and count the rings.
Yeah. We
Oh
got
my
Big
gosh.
Bro. Big Bro in the house. Big Bro, welcome. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it very much, as always. And Todd is saying when we
So
hear
funny.
gunshots here, we wonder who is hunting at this time of the day. Todd is a big. Amy, you should. I actually will put if you would like to subscribe to Todd and watch his lives in the morning. I mean, I'll put the link
Okay.
for you in the chat. He is very cool
Okay,
guy.
perfect.
So he doesn't show his face a lot. I mean, it's very rare
Never.
when he shows his face.
Oh,
but
really?
yeah, you can see his hands, and his
His
hands
desk.
are actually very famous in the community. He's got like one of the best set of hands in history of reselling community. So nobody has hands like Todd. So thankfully, I
Nice.
mean, we have someone with good hands. So I put the link. You guys are all subscribed, of course, to Todd, and they do
Sounds
great job.
good.
Amy, they do amazing job in the mornings. Every morning, they're committed.
Every
Like
morning. That's awesome.
they're committed, and they're not making money from YouTube like many of us don't, and they're doing
Mhm.
it. They committed to go live every morning and talk about reselling different fun things. And I mean, I mention all the time like guys who still go live every week consistently. Todd, Tom, Scott, Bearded Picker, John and Jenna. Um, who else am I forgetting, Lisa? Because I'm
Oh my
always
God, there's tons, but
oh, I'm always confused, guys. But the ones that I enjoy a lot, that I just mentioned, and they have guests sometimes. And sorry, guys, if I'm forgetting, but there are a lot of content creators who still go live. A lot that do it consistently. And props to everyone, guys. That even without making any money, you guys are always helping people out. Like in the reselling community and just people who just want to learn something. They can tune in and enjoy it for entertainment purposes, for just talking to someone, and it's been going on for a while, guys. So props to you. See, guys, that's actually very like a great commitment for the community to do that, not just create content, but go live. There you go. And a
Yeah,
lot
that
of great,
is.
a lot of great podcasts, guys, out there. People who do podcasts do amazing job, guys. Every week, I cannot catch up to everyone now. There's so many things going on, guys. So unfortunately, with all my ability and disability to do it, it's hard to do. Richard is saying, I'm in Missouri. I find resellers out here all the time, but my channel still sucks. I think I need to change. No, Richard, I mean, your channel is good, man. You cannot. My channel sucks, man. Believe me. It's like one of the worst channels about nothing in history of YouTube. So your channel is actually doing good job. You always come out and you talk about what's sold, helping people out to look for stuff. It's very like everyone's is different, Richard. I mean, we talked about it right before we went live with Amy, that there is so much competition right now on YouTube with content creators that it is difficult in reality to grow the channel with like so many subscribers. Like it's kind of unless you're gonna hit some kind of video with if it's gonna go viral and you're gonna gain bunch of subscribers right away, which is nowadays it's kind of rare in my opinion than it was like 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. But I mean that's kind of the only way for all this hard work eventually to pay off, and you will gain audience, which everyone is striving for it, guys. I think there is nobody that tries to do content is not trying to make it that way that eventually it will pay off, and everyone is thinking about it, and that's why we make content, right, Amy? That's why Lisa makes great content sometimes too, and I mean I rarely make any content, so So Amy, tell us.
He's joking. They like to pick on me. That, I've had a GoPro for 4 years or 3 years. I don't know. I think it came broken. I can't work the damn thing. So.
Oh no! Don't give up! Don't give up.
Yeah, Lisa records.
Ice. I'm not letting
Lisa, don't give up. Just go outside and record something tonight. Just record someone walking around. Just record them and put it out.
I recorded lots of stuff. Nobody wants to see my frogs.
So, Amy, how did you get into watching? How did you get into watching? Like, did you? Who was your inspiration for YouTube when you decided to start out your channel? What was the inspiration, and how come you named your channel? I was actually kind of thinking about it today. Why was it named Beach by Repeat? Because I would understand you go to the beach, you enjoy it there, then you go to buy something and do the same thing. Was that the inspiration?
That's it. That's literally it. That's literally it. Enjoy the day out in the sun, then you go shopping, and then you repeat. You know, like literally. That's where it came from, and I just stuck with it because I was thinking of names, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this, and I just hit send, and that's it. It's where it's been. That's it. But let's see, the very first person that I ever saw on YouTube that was doing reselling, well, it was Jocelyn, the crazy lamp lady, and that was like, you know, years and years ago, like pre-COVID, pre anything. But I just remember she was, you know, putting out videos every day, and I never thought about it. Like, I just enjoyed watching her, you know, when she would walk through the thrift store and look at the shelves and stuff like that. And then I don't know. And then I just started because I'm in the Trash to Cash has a Discord, and you know, there's so many content creators in there, and I was just like, you know, like everybody else, I want to try. So I did, and here I am. I guess what? I don't know how many subscribers I have. 2,500.
Yeah, you got 20. Around that, which is good.
Yeah. So I enjoy doing it. I like I said, I enjoy doing short form more because I just like that quick, you know, entertainment.
Me too.
But
Me too.
I'm gonna.
I like that.
But I'm working on like being more consistent with my long form content, because that's where, you know, you make more money doing long form content. And you know, then I just work on my editing. I think that was the thing. I used to edit on the computer, and now I edit on my phone, and I can edit so much faster on my phone than on the computer. Now that I've switched over, I feel like I can do more. But now that summer's ending, I gotta, you know, find other places to source, you know, and do the content there. So that's it. Yeah.
What kind of software do you use on your phone? CapCut?
I use InShot. I pay for the InShot subscription, which isn't much. It's not much at all. And I like doing it. I don't have any problems with it. So as long as it works for me, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, and that's great. Do you create thumbnails with it also, or you create thumbnails different?
No, I use that too. I use that as well.
It's a good
I can do it pretty fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I
like
it. I do it on a computer, and I just that's like with me of everything, even listing stuff. Even though I said it last time when Mo was our guest that I like to list on Mercari. Guys, Mercari is still in business, by the way. It didn't close yet.
Are you sure?
Not yet. But Mercari, I list on Mercari and Poshmark from the phone, but not on eBay. I don't know why. I just the way I describe things on eBay, I do it more kind of in a way where I don't do it the same way on Poshmark and Mercari. That's why it's easier for me to list on the phone on Poshmark and Mercari than on eBay. That's the only way I can describe it. On eBay, I have to list on a computer or laptop, and that's how it is. It's most likely will change in the future, but I think it's just the way. It's like for everyone, Amy. Like everyone has their own, you know, abilities things that they like to do with their business, and everyone is different. and that's why I like it that way for now. So it's for me it works. So I don't want to kind of break it the way where it would not,
Yeah.
and I like it the same way. So I got used to it already. So it's kind of but I mean, yeah, that's actually, and you actually have done an amazing job, Amy, with your content and making thumbnails. Very good thumbnails, I can tell you for sure. I actually like your thumbnails a lot, and
Oh, thanks.
your videos are very entertaining when you and Matt go to garage sales. When you guys talk to each other, it's very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hopefully you guys can do your own live together, like Corey and Teresa do. Like they actually are like very fun to follow wherever they do like together. It's always kind of a fun
Yeah.
environment. It's like with John and Jenna, same thing. I enjoy it a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
personality wise, people they're the people that I enjoy with that personality, and that's actually you guys, you and Matt can do the same thing. I think it's actually
Chemistry.
chemistry between you guys when you, because I can tell when you guys go to garage sales in the videos and you talk to each other, you're having great time, and that's just will
Yeah.
transfer. It can transfer into, if you, of course, you have. I know Matt is doing. I mean, he's working full time, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if you guys want to eventually, like certain days, if it's possible, you can do some. I know it's not, it's gonna interfere with your long form content, but yeah, that's kind of a thing about YouTube right now, is that that's why you don't see people trying to do a lot of lives on their channel, because sometimes it may interfere with content like long form, and you may lose
Yeah.
subs, you may gain subs. It's hard, it's a difficult game, and it's just
It is.
it's not
It's a
even a game.
juggling. It's a juggling act.
Yeah,
There's only so many
Yeah.
hours in the day. You've got to do work, and then you've got to decide, is the content going to be productive for the time that, what you could have been listing? That juggle.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
We
know.
got
It is.
Kimchi in the house.
It's a lot.
Yeah, sorry guys. We got Kimchi in the house. Kim, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry guys, I didn't forget about you in the chat. I know it was my monologues. It's kind of difficult to follow all the chat, but I apologize as always. And Kim was saying that she saw Mike Tyson's ass last night. That's
Yeah.
very
Oh my
very
gosh, I forgot all.
yeah,
I
guys. If
forgot
you
all
wanna
about
see,
that.
yeah, guys.
How? That's the only thing I know about that fight.
Guys, yeah,
Yo.
Do you think
go
that was
ahead.
intentional?
I think so.
You
Yeah.
do? Okay.
Yeah.
Like it was it I was telling Matt when we were watching it, I said, I wish that Mike, when he was walking away and they zoomed in on his butt, I wish he would have like turned his head and then slapped his cheek and said, "That's for you, Jake." I think that would have been classic. Classic.
Oh my
It would have been so
God.
funny.
Well, that would have been a meme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that actually a lot of memes are out there. In my yesterday, I was planning to post so many memes on Instagram. I just couldn't stop laughing from just watching what happened, what unfolded
Oh
yesterday
my
on
gosh.
Netflix. And I didn't even watch. I don't have
Yeah.
Netflix, so I was kind of watching YouTube creators posting streams. So like they would stream on one channel, then their stream would be taken down, then another one, then that would be taken down, and there would be like eventually hundreds of people streaming that fight, and they would not be able to take everyone down. So I was just jumping to see who has the stream on YouTube, and it was kind of funny in different languages, also in Spanish, in Russian, and like different languages. So it was kind of fun. But
Yeah.
I think everything was done intentionally. It's a money grab, which was kind of expected, guys. There was so
You
much
think?
people bidding on that fight, from actors to sports personalities, athletes, all types of millionaires who were involved in bidding on that fight, that it was just kind of obvious that it was specifically made for people just to kind of pour into Netflix throughout, just paying for the whatever fee it was to watch that fight. And Netflix made good money, guys. So thanks everyone whoever watched it on Netflix for
Yeah.
spending money on that money grab. So
Only
we
if you
got,
had stock in Netflix should you be thanking everybody.
yeah, the stock, I think the stock for Netflix went through the roof, guys. Like, it probably was up there yesterday. Michelle is here. Hi, everyone. Back from my crazy road trip to Texas. Michelle, thanks for stopping by. Harry is saying, I've been killing it in North Korea lately. See, there you go. Harry is in North Korea right now. Enjoy your trip there.
Nice knowing you.
Harry, hopefully you can come back.
Exactly.
I sold Roman silver to Russia, 100,000 rupees. Yeah, that's actually true, guys. Todd, thanks for finally getting rid of my silver. I think someone got robbed because it wasn't silver. So, Amy, what type of stuff you actually like to find? I know that you're an everything seller, but what type of stuff brings you more joy of finding and then listing it?
Well, those are all different answers, Roman.
Yes.
The stuff that
Thank you. He puts it in one big ball and then
yeah. I like finding military surplus stuff because you can buy it you can buy it relatively cheap and it flips for $100 easy. Like a jacket, like a military jacket can flip for $100. I can pick them up for $5 and flip them for $100.
Really, only $5? Dang.
Good.
Yeah, because this is a military town here, so there's so many people in the military that they just get issued them. That I guess they're just like, I don't need it, and let's get rid of it. What else? But they're a pain to list. They're not the easiest thing to list, like the big jackets and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're like awkward to like store. Well, not awkward to store, but like to fit into the like my plastic clear poly bags. But I enjoy the profit. So what else? Look at Mo. Let's see. But I like finding brass stuff. I like enjoy it. I don't know why. It doesn't sell for a ton of money. It just depends on the piece, but I like selling brass. That's like
brass
one of
is your Tupperware.
Yeah, it is. It's like my weakness. I'm like, oh my gosh, you just find like the best stuff. But I don't know what brings joy. What brings me joy? I guess just the high profit. Like, let's just be real. The high profit brings me joy.
I think it's for everyone.
$5 into $9.50. Yeah, that's joy. That's joy for sure.
I'll set up a tent every day.
I don't care.
That is very joyful for everyone, guys, to make profit. It doesn't matter what type of stuff you sell, what type of treasures you find. I think especially if you're an everything seller, I think in that situation, whatever you can sell for more profit will bring you joy. Anyway, so it is a right, absolutely true answer. We got Travis in the house. Bartermania. Travis, thanks for stopping by. Travis is saying, how's Roman still on YouTube? They haven't banned them yet. Yeah, unfortunately, yesterday's Mike Tyson fight was actually a situation where they could have banned both the fight and this live, but I mean, didn't happen, man. It's kind of what it is. That's why we live in a great country here. They cannot ban everyone.
No, give it time.
Amy, Todd is asking, does Amy have children?
I do. I have one. I have a son. He's 20. He's 20 years old.
Nice.
That's it. Just that one guy.
Does he live with you? Does he thrift? I mean, I think that's where everybody
lives
goes.
With me.
They all want to know what's the kids doing. Are they involved? That kind of thing.
No, he's not involved. He does live here, but I did when he was in high school. He would sell like his little Lego minifigs on eBay. So I had him doing that. So he understands it and he knows he looks for deals on eBay, before he buys them other places. So he's at least he understands it enough that he's like, if he wanted to resell stuff, well, he had one of those Quest, what are those things called? The VR headsets.
Yeah,
the Quest,
I know. Yeah,
the
Quest
Quest.
VR, virtual reality. Yep.
Yeah, he sold his on he had it and he sold it on eBay. So he's done some, but not like on our level. But
He hasn't
yeah,
caught the bug, but he understands the concept.
definitely
Yeah,
not.
my
But does
Yeah,
son
he
might.
help mom
100%.
and
Yeah,
dad?
definitely.
Does he help mom and
No,
dad at all with anything? Yeah, that's a
no,
mom
not
answer.
at all. No, he will help when I bring home something cool and he'll say, "Oh, can I keep that?" That's how he'll try to help me by
That's
trying to
actually,
keep
but
the stuff.
I can tell you, my son is not either like into. He used to be a little bit in the past when he was younger. He would go with me
Hmm.
sometimes to the beans, even, and like garage sales. But after, I mean, he went to high school. He was not much into going to source anywhere. But he likes.
Yeah,
I will find some stuff for him. He collects like cars, diecasts, and I will find a lot of that stuff at the bins. So I'll just bring him a lot of that stuff because he got already like bunch
yeah.
of and he collects it. So, but not it's not
Hmm.
like whatever we like to do, like in terms of reselling and treasure hunting. I mean, if I don't force, I would not tell my son, come on, you gotta like what I like. It's not fair to
Right.
him. It's not fair to him because he doesn't like it that much. I
Yeah,
mean, he kind of understands what I'm doing and what I'm doing it for, but he is not into it, into reselling much. I
yeah,
mean, maybe it will change eventually, like with everyone in life. But I mean, as
yeah.
of right now, you don't want to force your kids to just say, "Hey, come on, you gotta go with me to do the beans."
A hundred
You
percent.
can,
Oh yeah, that would definitely not happen in my house.
yeah, I don't. I don't.
Roman, I have to I have to interrupt you, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have to get everybody to please subscribe to the Flippin' Fantastic podcast because we are 25 subscribers away from being monetized, so we can do lives on the podcast. So we're so close. We'll like get a new one, and then we might lose somebody, and then we'll get like more, and we're so close. We're so close to being monetized. So that's our goal. We're trying to be monetized by the end of the year, which is
Yeah,
coming up quick.
guys, please help us out and subscribe to Flipping
Yeah,
Fantastic Podcast because it is really fun
yeah,
as any other podcast out there. And it's great if someone can finally get monetized, and do that. And it's just great opportunity, guys. If I know a lot of, it's kind of always comes down to the point where we're all trying to accomplish something, guys. It's not just about YouTube, but that's why we have a community of great people, is that they help out. And I saw it today after watching Shane's video about him losing a job. It showed such a great
yeah,
support from the community in the comments, guys, which I kind of always thinking about that kind of stuff because we don't have enough time, as everyone is busy, everyone is trying to help out each other. But I mean, whenever something happens in someone's life, it's always nice to see that people come over and show great support, leave comment. It shows great heart. And we got a lot of great people in the community with great heart and come
yeah,
and support every time, go into lives, support the lives, put in comments in the chat like me with some crazy ones sometimes. So I apologize, but it just shows great support. So guys, yes, please subscribe to Flipping Fantastic Podcast, and it's gonna be great when Mo and Amy will go live. We can go and support them in the live. That's gonna be cool. I'm already
hmm
excited, guys. I'm not drinking any alcohol, which I cannot. Doctors said doctors this week told me not to drink again, so it's kind of difficult. I told them I have to drink on Thanksgiving, guys. I said I cannot miss Thanksgiving without any alcohol this year, but they're kind of keeping me not from drinking because I have to go do another blood work next week, and I cannot drink because of that. So it's like with my, it's like and I kind of took like a long break, which is people. It's like you thinking about it. You don't drink, but then I'm taking a month and a half break because I got some medical tests. Then again, and then already told the doctors, okay, Thanksgiving coming up. I need to at least enjoy Thanksgiving at least, But anyway, but yeah, guys, please go ahead and subscribe to Flipping Fantastic Podcast and leave them a comment, guys. And like I said, I haven't
even an emoji. Leave an emoji.
Just anything at all. We'll take it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All of it. It all helps,
Yeah.
Any engagement, positive or negative, is still engagement.
Yeah, guys, show some love, guys. I know all of you can show some love, guys. Even for this particular very disturbing life, you guys have shown a lot of love, guys. It's very disturbing life, guys. We are kind of very confused about what the hell we're doing on this live, but at least you guys show us a lot of love and support, which we actually, grateful for. Christopher Natter just sold a glass cup for $17. Chris, congratulations, man. Chris Natter actually, guys, posts like so. He got so many bolos. If you guys are not following Chris on Instagram, follow him, or Facebook. He got a lot of stuff that he sells every week that are all bolos, in my opinion. A lot of very interesting stuff that he finds over there in Vermont. And I'm only 20 minutes behind.
Goodies.
Yeah, and we got Leroy was $2 ago. Leroy, thanks for stopping by, man. As always,
Yeah.
Leroy's a great guy. Hi, you all. Guys, please check out their morning live. Actually, I forgot about a couple lives. Reseller Information Network, guys. Johnny in the morning. I always forget about it, guys, because I wake up very late. And Larry Lafferty used to do, I don't know if he does it before. Victoria does on her live. She used to do it every day. I don't know if she does it now. Maybe she does. I actually haven't.
She's back to doing it right now.
So Victoria is doing morning live. So there are a lot of and Sunday. I always, guys, for some reason during the live I always forget, but then after the live I remember. So, but Reselling Information Network, guys, I haven't been in their live for a while because on Tuesday I do something on Tuesday mornings, and then I come back and rewatch their live on Tuesdays because I got very interesting people there, very knowledgeable. So if you guys have opportunity to watch Reseller Information Network for any type of reselling content, entertainment, and I rewatch it, so I know exactly what they're talking about. So there you go, guys. So check them out. RIN. I cannot spell anything right, but it's Reseller Information Network, guys. And shout out Top Podcasts as always, guys. As you know, there are a lot of great podcasts out there. So, Amy, how's your what was your I was thinking about some questions which I always wanted to find out from our guests and I always forget. What was your most difficult, if you remember, situation on eBay?
I don't think I have had any, to be honest. I mean,
no nightmare buyers?
Really? No, knock on wood. I haven't had anything crazy. Knock on wood. I have never had to call eBay ever for anything.
How long have you been selling?
4 or 5 years. I've sold in the past, but right now it's been for about 4.5, probably 4 years, and I haven't had to, knock on wood. So I don't have any crazy nightmare stories. Yeah, knock hard.
Do you remember any difficult types of scammer buyers that you thought were like scammers in reality? Did you have any of those recently?
Yeah, I mean, nothing crazy. I had somebody buy a shirt, whatever, and then they wanted to return it, and I don't have free returns. I have, the buyer has to pay. Well, they put in an INAD and said item was defective, and then they wrote something like it smelled. It had a horrible smell, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. So of course, I had to accept it, and it came, and I had Matt open the package because I didn't tell him what was wrong or anything. I said, open that up and see what's wrong with it. And he took it out and looked at it, and he's like, there's nothing wrong with it. I was like, does it smell? And he's like, no, it smells like laundry soap. So I think that it didn't fit them, and they didn't want to have to pay for the return,
Yeah.
So they just said it smelled bad. So that's the only thing that I can think of lately. That's
Actually happens.
like I said, I've been lucky.
Yeah, knock on wood, Amy, that you're gonna have this consistency with kind of escaping those type, because I mean you cannot escape this type of situation, because I think everyone, most likely in the community, not just the community, everyone went through, because I've been doing it for many years. I know already like certain situations where I'm kind of already know most likely who are this like possibly scammers with certain messages or certain things that people trying to do, and you kind of gain that experience throughout the years already, and it just happens all the time, and not all the time, it just happens, and like when it happens you already kind of know most likely, but you cannot escape it anywhere. It just happens all over the place, not just on online reselling or online sites. It happens in regular retail stores constantly. So it's not something you can escape.
I mean, I've definitely had people send me like multiple questions, and then how it kind of like raises those red flags. Like, I don't think that I need to be selling to you, so I'll block them so they can't buy it. I mean, I've had that happen, that you can just tell that it's going to be a problem, So, yeah. Oh, and Roman, look, we were just talking about those matryoshka. How do you say it?
Matryoshka, yeah, matryoshka. Yes,
I just sold those ones we were talking about. They just sold.
That's great. Congratulations.
I know.
Yes, matryoshka in Russian is a nesting doll. So we kind of discussed it with Amy before we went live, because they were talking about it on their podcast, which I listened to today. And it was kind of interesting. I was listening while I was listening, and I'm like, they're talking about in Russian, because Amy was saying matryoshka. And I'm like, like started to listen to it. And it was about nesting dolls, which are actually very good. Some of them will sell for really good money. Some of them may sell for less money. There are different kinds, different type of characters possibly. So it's kind of fun if you find those matryoshkas or nesting dolls. Pick them up, guys. Sometimes I mean they will bring some really good money. So it's something very cool. Todd, thanks for sending us $5 in silver. Amy is great. Lisa and Roman are okay. I'm not that much. Lisa is very good, but Amy is great. That's realistically, yeah. But Todd, thanks. We appreciate you, man. Todd is like one of the, it's like every morning, it's so much entertainment, for their life, and discussions about. Todd is always like talking about very, very interesting bolos, and not just about reselling. Sometimes he talks about like me a lot, like he will say Roman sucks. And I really appreciate that. Sometimes someone has to say it.
Maybe I'm not watching back the right episodes. I haven't heard
that's actually very good to know, Todd. We're actually me and Todd are big football fans. So we watch a lot of football. Todd kind of understands me because I'm a Browns fan, and Todd is a Cowboys fan. So we kind of have a lot in common, with our football teams, kind of in a way. So eventually, Todd, we're gonna go to Super Bowl.
I thought the Cowboys have one.
See, there you go. Love you long time, Roman. There you go. Love you too, Todd and Larry, both of you guys. We know a lot of love for Todd and Larry right there.
Man, the romances Roman gets. God, he gets so much action. It's crazy.
Yeah, Richard, actually, we need to. Richard, we're gonna bring you back on, man. Actually, we're gonna say something before we end today's live, but wait for it, guys. Don't leave, because we're gonna make an announcement today that I will probably fight Mike Tyson, guys. It's kind of hard for me. Guys, hard for me to train and fight Mike Tyson, but for the money, for the right amount, guys, and I don't have to do anything. Like Jake Paul didn't even hit him that much, yesterday. So without hitting him, and it's kind of interesting, Amy. After watching yesterday fight, I was like kind of waiting until Mike Tyson will hit him so hard that he will knock him out, but it didn't happen. I knew it's not
He
gonna
did.
happen.
He did hit
Yeah,
him and knock him into
yeah,
the
he
rope.
did.
So I
Yeah, he
wonder
did
if
a little
he
bit.
would have lost his footing and fell. So,
Yeah, he did.
those ropes caught him.
Yeah, that was kind of a playful. It was, Amy, and you guys in the chat. For me, yesterday's fight was similar to WWE wrestling kind of situation where they just do it for entertaining purposes, like jumping, falling down,
Yes,
falling
Were there
apart,
fake
and stuff like
chairs?
that.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch this.
Yeah, but it
After
was.
seeing his butt
Oh,
burned into my retinas, that I didn't need to. No, that was enough. Thanks.
All right, Amy, what do you watch any sports? Do you follow any sports teams at all? If you do, what kind of teams?
no, none. I don't follow any sports. No,
No
not since I
sports.
was young. Like when I was young, I would watch boxing. So I grew up watching Tyson fight and stuff. So and we watched football when I was young, but Matt's not into sports either. So, it's not on in our house at all. The only time we watch sports is during the Super Bowl. And that's haphazardly watching it. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
didn't
have
grow up
anything
with
to say.
sports either. I mean,
yeah,
my
Mhm.
father never liked sports, and my husband couldn't care. I mean, the closest my husband got to sports was, hockey on his games. He liked Gretzky, I guess the pixelated one. But
Mhm.
yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
pixelated.
The closest
Hopefully,
I got the closest
go
I come to
ahead.
sports is the vintage Buffalo Bills hat I found at an
right.
estate sale a couple weeks ago that was signed by Bruce Smith. So that's the closest
Well,
I'm
imagine
coming to
that's
sports.
somebody important.
Yeah, that's actually not bad. And I
Yeah.
remember, Amy, that one of your podcasts you talked about finding Redskins jacket that was stained, and you actually it
Mhm.
was a vintage Redskins jacket, so it is cool. Was
Yeah,
it?
and I got all the stains out too, so I was
Hey,
stoked. So, yep, I
That
listed
is
it for like 140 something. Yeah, so we'll see if that one sells. It
will.
got taken down from Bonanza. They said it was a flagged item, I guess, because of the name, the Redskins name.
God
It
damn
was
it,
taken
Kevin!
down.
Stop, Kevin! Stop taking people's stuff down. Come on, man. I know it's
I
all
know.
like Kevin's fault again. I have to call him. Let me call Kevin, guys. Hold on one second. Is this a Commonwealth?
it's 9:45. He's sleeping.
Is
My
this a
God,
Commonwealth secretary? Let me talk to Commonwealth State, please, because we need to speak to the king. King Kevin,
king.
yes.
Oh my God,
Is he
King.
available? Is King Kevin available, please? I know he doesn't want to talk to people that are like not from Commonwealth.
Are
Can
you
we
talking to Dave's kids? Because
can we get like Amy's jacket was taken down from Commonwealth Bonanza. We need to figure out what's going on. Can we get some word from Kevin into the studio, please? Because we're gonna
Oh my God.
we're gonna go attack the kingdom. We're not gonna care. We're gonna go to Commonwealth's kingdom and attack it. If that's not gonna be taken care of.
Oh my gosh.
how those
Kevin,
meds going, Roman? You haven't talked about them recently.
Oh my gosh. My cheeks hurt from laughing.
Kevin said that that will be taken care of tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, right now. He said like
Oh, nice.
all the listings will be back up and everything will be sold within a day.
Nice.
So you're
I
kind of
appreciate.
see. That's why sometimes you have to have Kevin on the phone right away. You have to call him and talk to him directly, even if he doesn't speak
know.
to you. Even
It's not who you are; it's who you know.
Exactly.
Exactly.
See, we need to sometimes get in touch with Commonwealth Empire and talk to them.
Empire. Now it's the
You know, a lot of-
the kind of between Commonwealth and Empire were the learn the meanings.
yeah.
Oh man.
Lisa Dura already subscribed to you guys and to your fantastic podcast. Guys, here is
Oh, yay.
I'll put the link again right here, guys, for Flipping Fantastic Podcast for you guys to subscribe. And
We
let's get them
appreciate
there,
it.
guys. Let's get them to that 500 mark tonight,
Yeah,
if possible. I know that. Let
if
me call
possible.
Commonwealth Kingdom again.
Oh my gosh,
Hold on 1 second.
he did it.
Let's get
He helped
Commonwealth
us out a
Kingdom.
ton. He helped us out a ton. He gave us, when he came onto the podcast, he talked about it. We got so many subscribers, from him, that we were very grateful that he came on and shared
Yeah,
his
you guys
wisdom with us.
actually, you had, when he was on your podcast, you guys got like, let's see, I think you got over 1,000 views or 2,000 views, I think. Let me
Yeah, I think it was
think.
over
Yeah,
2,000. Mm-hmm. That's
yeah,
good.
that is good, guys. Yeah, that's great. That's great for your podcast, actually. Yeah, that's true.
I know.
Yeah, you guys
We
got
were
2.5K. Yeah, that's what makes, if you guys don't wanna mess around with the kingdom, guys, you're gonna be part of the kingdom.
yes.
And
We're
see,
just
that's
his little
what,
servants.
yeah. Actually, where is it that comment that Todd put in? When Browns play Cowboys, both will. That's actually absolutely a true statement, Todd. Unfortunately, nobody will win in that game. It's probably gonna end in 0-0 tie, I think. But yeah, the Cowboys, Big Bro saying the Cowboys are masters of grabbing defeat from the jaws. That's actually true. We got Urethra Franklin on the house. I'm
Yeah.
Roman's original nesting doll and Lisa's sister from another. Great to see you all. Urethra, long time no see. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you're doing good. Urethra is a great supporter of our debacle here on this unprofessional life. But we appreciate all of you guys. So, Amy, what is your favorite hobby? Do you have any hobbies that you enjoy besides looking for treasures?
Oh my gosh. Isn't that hobby enough? I mean,
Yes.
really,
Really.
it's not a job. I love doing it. So that's it. And then I like being out. I like going kayaking and stuff like that. And I like to paint, but I haven't done that in a while, like, watercolors and stuff like that. But this eBay stuff is really time consuming, and content creating is time consuming.
Yeah,
So
it is. It's
yeah,
truly. I mean, if you get, especially if you're trying to reach certain goals, of course, like if you're serious about growing the channel, that is absolutely true, guys. I mean, it's on a very serious note. it is kind of what was funny actually, Amy. I was watching recently. It was kind of one of the things that I was laughing at it when Trash to Cash had John Cincinnati Picker on as our guest, and
hmm
Kevin is very serious about reselling subjects, and Dave and Kerry they are not that much in a way. So they were.
yeah,
I was watching laughing at it because it was actually funny. They were talking about Kevin was trying to ask John Cincinnati Picker about certain reselling stuff, and they were making faces like they were like serious
like
about
children.
listening to this. That was actually funny because I'm the same way kind of, because I'm like, on reselling subject, because it's always kind of interesting to talk about it and kind of dwell into it. But
hmm
what makes Trash to Cash the way they are in a way is that both Dave and Kerry, they will be like on the same page with like their own comedy stuff, and Kevin is like, because he was a teacher, so he is like very serious, like in that regard, like about this reselling, about the shop comments, all that stuff, and it's
Right.
always it's always working out in between them because of how he is, and he's older than them. He's my age, and they're like younger. They're talking about just
It's the
like
triad dynamic that
serious,
works.
serious subjects with him. It's
He's
like
like the
100%.
older guiding force, and these are the two little monkey kids that are, he's trying to keep them in
Yes,
line and
exactly.
teach
Yeah,
them
it
something.
actually works out. See, guys, that's how you create this kind of podcast in a way where you have this kind of situation where it will work in that regard, because they're like
Yeah.
students. They're like students in his class, and he's like a teacher. So whenever he comes on, they're like sitting down, like the teacher comes into the room, and
No,
they're
it's
talking
it
about
reminds
like
me,
serious.
yeah. It reminds me of like the parent standing at the doorway at your kid's bedroom at night when you're trying to get them to go to sleep, and the two kids are jumping on their beds. Like that's it. They won't go to bed. They're just jumping up and down on the bed, and dad's standing at the door. Like, go to bed, go to bed. That's trash cash in my head. Is exactly what it's like. Bouncing around on their
Yeah,
beds.
that
that's
is
that's
I'm
what
glad
it's
you
that's what it's
said it
like.
and not me. I don't.
that is 100% because that's how it is because of it's kind of creates. But like guys, besides that, guys, I can tell you everyone like podcasts are all funny. Ken and Corey are funny. Locker room guys are very funny with Ben because he's
Mhm.
always like one of those guys that's like thinks he's very old, but in reality he's very young, which is kind of always
Yeah.
He's very
funny.
young. He's like 51.
It's right now 51 is like new 18, so he's like 18 years old right now. So Ben, if you're watching, man,
Mhm.
don't worry, man. You're still 18 years old. Just keep telling yourself, wake up and say, I'm 18, I'm 18, and it will be fine.
That's not what the girls
Yeah.
on Tinder are saying.
Oh.
Oh, that is interesting, yeah. But the thing about it is that everyone, whoever is doing podcasts, lives, content, everyone gets, as I say it all every time we're going live, you the guys doing an amazing job. And of course, there is gonna be content creators, which I don't want to mention, that come over and try to talk about resellers, content creators in a negative way, which you cannot change. Unfortunately, the world, there is going to be always villains, and there is going to be always people who are positive, and you cannot escape it, not in reselling community, not anywhere. It's always going to be like that. And this country is fortunate enough to have freedom of speech and capitalism, where people make money and make money on certain things. You can talk about certain things, and someone else will talk about other things, and someone will disagree. So it's like that's how it's always going to be. But and you try to always bring positive stuff into any type of business. It doesn't matter what it is. So that's what's important about great community, guys. But because everyone is their own business, everyone runs their own business, and then of course people go support everyone else in chats and comments section of podcasts, lives, videos. So that's what makes it great because as a community we're stronger than some kind of a troll or one of those villains that comes out.
Mhm.
That's how I see it, guys. I know if you agree with me or not, but that's how I see it. We got Christine Tolona in the house. Christine, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. And as always, and Chris just shares the flipping podcast on my Instagram. So there you go. You guys hopefully will
Oh,
gain
that's so good.
more
Yay.
subscribers. Amy, what kind of restaurants and what kind of type of food do you like?
Oh, oh, geez. I like Mexican. I like Mexican food,
Me too.
but yeah, that's probably my favorite. But we're on the carnivore diet right now, so it's no Mexican. Well,
How's
no
that going?
tortillas and stuff like that. It's we're in week 2. It's doing we're doing good. That's all I can say. We're doing
But
good.
that's
We're holding
that's good.
strong.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
How much does Matt help you with just I know that he goes with you to source to garage sales and the auction. Does he help you list stuff?
No, not at all. No, I do it all. I do all of it. Cuz I do that all during the day and stuff like that. So, yeah. He
That's
Well,
helps
because
me
you're full
source.
time, but he's got a 9 to 5 job. So he
Mhm.
comes home, he doesn't want to
Yeah.
do more work. At least that's what I usually
Yeah.
hear.
Well,
yeah. Well, how much
he
can it
will
work, right?
yeah, he'll clean the stuff like if we get axes, because we like to pick up axes and stuff like that. And like he
Like
was cleaning
throwing
some brass
axes.
today. Hmm. Well, not yeah, like
hatchets.
he'll clean those. Mm-hmm. So
I'd be
he'll do that
nervous
kind of
about him
stuff.
being a husband being eager to clean axes.
Well, typically we cut the handle off. We cut the handle off and just sell the axe bit because it's easier to ship, unless it's like a really nice one. But that's what we do. And he'll clean them up and like put oil on them and stuff like that and make them nice. So
see, there's a
he'll
product
do that kind of stuff for me.
That's
got
cool.
a big demand for used
Yeah,
axes.
I do really well with them. I've sold one axe head for over $200. Just the head for I think it was like $230, and I paid like $3 or $5 for it. So yeah,
That is nice.
it's
That
I
is
know.
My
very
neurodivergent
know.
butt over here stopping myself from going and looking later and falling down the rabbit hole of what the hell with axe heads.
It's interesting.
Do
Actually.
it. Write it down. Do it when you're done. You'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna start looking for axes in the garage. Go in the garage and look when you go to estate sales. You never
That's
know.
actually good. Estate sales are actually very
Mhm.
interesting. Do you usually, Amy, do you guys usually negotiate at the estate sale? Do you go on the first day or you try to go on the last day?
We typically don't go on the first day. We'll go like, we like to go on the last day, but if I see something in the photos, that I'm like interested in, I'll go. But 9 times out of 10, we go on the last day because, we have other sourcing that's typically cheaper than estate sales. So, and we don't find, like glass type stuff around here. Like, like people find like those swung vases and things. You don't see that stuff around here at all. So
Come to
I like,
Ohio.
yeah.
Yeah, it's actually interesting.
I
Glass,
know.
Well, you get
I don't
military
know what
stuff.
it is.
We live in
Mhm.
around the Valley of Glass. I mean, that's the thing. That's the beauty of our jobs is the regional
Exactly.
availability. And that it bothers me that there are so many like newer resellers that they just don't see that concept that, focus on what is so available to you that somebody doesn't have,
Yes.
in Maine or whatever, because
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
what can you get cheap? Like me around here, I mean, you see glass everywhere. Military stuff?
Yeah.
No. And like
Yeah.
football things, yes, Roman and I mean, you get football crap out the
yeah, a lot of sports stuff here in Cleveland because of sports following. That's true, actually. We got
Right.
sports following in the city of Cleveland right now, and even with Cleveland Cavaliers right now, who are on historic run. They haven't lost a game yet. They're 14-0 to start the season. Right now, everyone kind of not into it like people in nationwide. They don't follow Cleveland Cavaliers, but they're
Roman
on
loves
a
that sports.
historical run right now. I mean, there was a couple teams that started out like they did this year on a 14-0 run, like from they haven't lost a game yet. So like it's
Wow.
just some of that stuff sometimes gets attention nationally. Eventually, that if they win 20 in a row, which I think they may, that's gonna be interesting. But
Wow.
we got a lot of sports bean store for us, for me. Like I would every time I go, I would find some kind of vintage jacket or T-shirt or something
Wow.
like that. And like I find, like I look for everything, like you, an everything seller. And right now, even with clothing, it's not that bad for me because I haven't been like the clothing was not my one of my like not favorite at all for me to find and list. But now I do like sometimes, and I've noticed clothing has done better for me recently selling than any hard goods stuff. So it's kind and
Oh,
shoes
really?
and shoes, yeah, and shoes also. So it's kind of interesting because
That's good.
people try to find cheaper clothing nowadays, cheaper shoes because this is necessity compared to like some kind of like electronics I like to sell. But electronics are kind
Mhm.
of tricky because of returns. People try to scam. Like yesterday, I have two eBay accounts, and I sell on one account I sell everything. On another account, I sell mostly computer related stuff like parts,
Oh,
electronics. And yesterday, one of the buyers left me a negative feedback. He was like, I was at the bins, and I was like, I looked at it, and like I sold them, Apple MacBooks, laptops. I sold them like adapter, like for charger for the
oh,
MacBook,
okay.
the ones that are like those like square ones with the Apple logo. And
Mm-hmm.
because I have I have a bunch of Apple MacBooks that I test them with. It worked absolutely fine, no issues. So it was one of those crazy buyers. He he left negative saying, this is junk. It doesn't it falls out from the outlet, like when you plug in something into your outlet into the wall. He's like, it's loose. I had to hold it with my hand, and I know that it
Oh my
absolutely
gosh.
it worked fine because I test them because I've been doing it for many years.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually what happened was he actually opened up return. He left me negative feedback, and then after he left negative feedback, he immediately, I right away, within like maybe 3 5 minutes, he already shipped it back. So he opened. It's like was so fast. Like I never like someone opens up a return and you have to wait. Sometimes they'll ship it next day or like in the next week.
Yeah.
But he
For 3 weeks.
immediately shipped it. And then because I saw the message from eBay, the buyer shipped the item back. And then after that, he sent me a message saying, "Send me feedback revision request," which is like the rarest situation where the buyer himself will tell me to
Yeah.
send him revision request so he can revise the feedback. And I'm like, I didn't even see it
Interesting.
because I was at the bins, and I'm like, all the stuff from him, like 5 straight messages. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then I was surprised he already sent me a message for him to revise the feedback. So I'm like, okay. So I told him I apologize and stuff about the situation professionally, not on like on this live. So I sent him a revision request and he revised it instantly. And
Wow.
he changed it to positive. And I'm like,
That's
what the heck is going on with this guy? And you can tell like there is something was completely off with him because he was like sometimes you'll see a message, but then like you will respond to a message, right? Like if there is an issue, most buyers, at least the most, like I would say 90%, they will send you a message if there is an issue. But this guy, he just
Mm-hmm.
messaged, then he opened return, then he left negative,
Mm-hmm.
then he shipped the item back, and then he said, I will
Oh
revise your
my
feedback.
gosh.
They're like all in like consecutive, like, and I'm like, okay, well, it's kind of good. I mean, it's bad, and
if
it's
you're
also
gonna have a
good.
nut job, let it be a nice nut job.
Yeah,
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 at least you got rid of that negative, you know?
yeah, and he changed it. I was surprised. I thought he will change it to neutral. But then I got like he changed it and he said in a positive, he said that that seller provided great customer service and stuff. I'm like, well, I mean,
Like,
I don't know. It is what it is, but it's kind of. We got Reno in the house. Reno, thanks for stopping by. So before we leave for today, guys, Amy, the last question for you, which is kind of weird.
okay.
Dun dun dun
Do
dun.
you do tam 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 tam? Do you believe in life after death?
Oh,
What the
that's
hell is that,
interesting.
Roman? What the?
I
Oh, see
life
what how
after
like
death. I
Um,
don't know.
it was a deep
That I mean,
question.
I suppose so. I suppose so, because you know how you see like little kids that just have like an old soul, like as if maybe they were like reincarnated or something. So, I mean, I don't know. Roman, that's pretty deep for 10
Yeah,
o'clock
that's
at
a
night.
deep question. See, guys, we're gonna
yeah,
open.
But
that's as a
maybe,
parting
Yeah,
question. That's kind of deep. That's its
maybe.
own show.
it's like gonna
I
be
know.
one of our new subjects, guys. In the end, we're gonna have some weird questions. Sorry, Amy,
Hey,
I
Danny
know.
May's
Maybe.
Adventures, myself and some other people did topic shows like that. You don't finish the night with that. You start a show with that.
Yes, yes, there you go, guys.
Mostly you should have.
Yeah, Mo, sorry. Next time we're gonna have you on we're gonna ask you some deep questions because deep questions are what makes it very interesting and stuff like that. But guys, please.
Maybe Mo and I will talk about that on Tuesday when
By
we
the way, you
record.
guys. By
We'll
the way,
talk about it.
you guys talk about very interesting things on a podcast. That's why I was kind of getting an idea of like what maybe there is a possibility they can find like ask some kind of deep meaning question because you guys
Yeah.
talk about like different things on your podcast which are very interesting and
Hmm.
like it's interesting concept how you talk about this. So but it is and I apologize guys in the chat that if someone got offended by this question, I didn't mean it. And Amy
I don't
also.
think
So,
that anybody would be
I
offended.
don't think anybody got offended.
yeah, big bro is saying
Nah.
live after eBay.
Life after
Amy, do you?
eBay.
Yeah, there is actually. I don't know if there is live. Do you guys actually in the chat believe there is life after eBay? I don't know, guys. What about life after YouTube? Is there a life after YouTube? Everyone will say TikTok.
I
But
don't know. I'm about
It's
dead.
true. Oh my goodness.
this is a fine example of I absolutely love. See, Urethra probably may believe in life after this. I do. See, that's also weird, deep questions, guys. But guys, let me see. John is saying I'm absolutely offended and
Yeah,
upset.
John.
John and John are sorry, guys. Do you believe in life after this? See, there you go. Let's put Flipping Fantastic podcast in link in the chat, guys. And Amy's Beach Bar and Repeat. Great channel, guys. Please subscribe and podcast. They're doing amazing jobs. They had. What do you guys? By the way, Amy, who you guys gonna have as a guest coming soon on your podcast? If you want to reveal it.
Oh, we haven't discussed it. So, probably, I guess, I don't know. Probably somebody after the new year. We'll discuss it because there's the holidays coming up and stuff. So
Right.
we'll probably brainstorm with somebody coming on after the new year. So no plans yet for anybody.
Yeah, you guys have a great thing about when you're like when you have guests on a podcast. It's always fun. It's like other podcasts. They bring on guests. So it's actually very fun conversations, like with the guys you had on your podcast as guests, and like everyone else does. Sometimes they will bring on a guest, and it's kind of fun. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually very cool. And I wish you
Yeah.
guys, you and Mo, all the success with your podcast. Hopefully, you will get all the subs. I mean, I don't think if we're gonna maybe be live for 24 hours, guys, maybe more in the Flipping Fantastic podcast will get to 500 subs. But unfortunately, we can't go
That's
more. We're
funny.
all gonna, guys, we're all gonna fall asleep and quit reselling and stuff like that. Amy, what is your like advice? Do you have any advice, like a tip for everyone in the chat about like a tip that you do for reselling that you think will be helpful for everyone? What type of thing? Do you do anything like specific in your reselling?
Learn new stuff all the time. Just always constantly learn and research. There is always something to learn, like as far as products, because it's just amazing. Like I literally learn stuff every day from Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. It's just amazing, like all the information there is out there. We have so much, it's in our pocket. Like all this information is in our pocket in our phone. So just always just learn. That's all. That's it. That's everybody, break new and old,
Yeah, guys, that's a great advice. And before we leave tonight, guys, next weekend, next Saturday, guys, we're not gonna have a guest, but we will go live. We will do a giveaway because we will actually I decided since we've been doing this live for over a year already because I think we started last year
First week
somewhere
of October.
last year somewhere in that September month. So we're a year old type of unprofessional podcast live. So we're gonna do a giveaway and we will celebrate 1 year anniversary next Saturday, guys. If you have time and you're gonna be not shopping for Thanksgiving with Thanksgiving coming up following week, please join us. We'll do some giveaways, and also we'll have open mic. I'll put the link in the chat as I did on my birthday. So if anyone wants to just join us, and we'll have some fun. That's what I wanted to announce. Actually, that's what I wanted to say. So, but Amy, once again, we really appreciate you and Matt, and for providing great content to the community, and you and Mo for podcasts, for Flipping Fantastic Podcasts, which also provide very entertaining and educational stuff. So, thank you guys for that, and thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
And we really appreciate you. And we'll see you, of course, in chats and talk to you on Instagram and stuff like that. And the guys in the chat, thanks once again for everyone joining us tonight. All the people in the chat and lurkers, as usual. We love you all, guys, and have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll see you next Saturday, guys. We have time, stop by. We'll try to be live maybe for 2 hours next Saturday. So, and Lisa will want to say something before we leave.
Well, everybody, stay profitable. Get out there and put those last Christmas gifts. Somebody needs whatever that dusty junk is you've got. So everybody take care. And you know what? Y'all come back now. You hear? See you later. Thanks, friends. Be kind.
Bye, guys.